A little goalie talk coming up. That's right. Goalie talk with Weeksy and Doobie. These guys are going to break down. I love the music. I should stop talking. Just listen to the music. We're going to break down the top 10. That's right. Western Conference goalies among the playoff contending teams. Their top 10. We'll run it down 10 through 6, 5 through 1. It's coming up. Those are the teams currently. We're doing it right now. Wow, okay. I'm really not paying attention.
No, you got it. I
thought we might go gold cam. I was going to stand up. Like, no, we're going now.
You know what it is? You saw Ohtani on the bump, so you're trying to keep the hitters off balance.
Whatever we need to do here.
Keep the viewers off balance.
I can hit, I can throw. We are doing it right now. Okay.
I love it.
Weeks, we're going to go 10 through 6, and then you're going to give your 5 through 1. As we were discussing off air, this is a dangerous game because someone's feelings is going to be hurt here. But I know you guys are fearless, and you're obviously more than competent. So 10 through 6, give it to me.
Yeah, we'll walk you through the 10 through 6. We can go ahead and throw that up. We're going to start in Calgary. We'll go with Jacob Markstrom because it's been a down year for him. We know how good he can be, but he hasn't played up to his level this year. Okay, at number 9, we're going to go to Jones and Grubauer out in Seattle. Seattle's having a huge year. Of course, at 8, we're going to go to Doobie's home province once again of Alberta, but this time Edmonton, his former club. Skinner's been an all-star this year. Jack Campbell. At 7, Copley, who's helped save the season. Korpisalo's played very well since coming over. And UC Soros with the Nashville Predators has been outstanding as usual.
That's 10 through 6.
And now, so that's just a little teaser for, go ahead, Ads.
Now you go through 5 through 1. You got Hellebuck at 5.
I got Hellebuck at 5. He's a stud. He can play every game, literally. Connor Hellebuck is a unique goalie. He's a big power goalie like the guy sitting beside me was. He gives him a chance every game. He keeps the Jets in games. He's big. He's technically sound. Very seldom do you see him out of position. He's a good first shot goalie. He can make the other saves in traffic when need be and scramble around. So I'll have him where he is for very good reason. At number 4, we're going to go with all 5, really, because there has been 5 that have played. But it's going to be my man Logan Thompson and Jonathan Quick, who's now second for all-time wins for American-born goaltenders. Logan Thompson's been an all-star this year. He just got injured playing back in Calgary in front of family and friends after just returning. And they acquired the great Jonathan Quick. So they're stacked in net. They've played 5 goalies, Ads, and Doobie. 5 so far in Vegas this year.
Full house there in Vegas.
That's a full house of cards for them. Absolutely.
They're hoping for a pair of aces there in Thompson and Quick.
Absolutely. At number 3, we're going to go to Colorado. Why would we not? We were speaking about him earlier. And Georgiev, who's had an outstanding season so far this year, and really emerging in his first year as a number 1 goalie and playing very well for them. I was curious to see how he'd handle his first starting assignment, and as the year's gone on, he's gotten better and better. We just had them on the NHL Network Showcase game yesterday in an entertaining one against the Coyotes, and he was tremendous in that shootout. At number 2, we're going to go to Doobie's other club where he starred, the Minnesota Wild, and where Doobie and his family still live in Minnesota. Land of 10,000 Lakes. Let's go! Marc-Andre Fleury, the future Hall of Fame lock, and the young budding star goaltender Gustafsson, the young Swede. Both have been excellent for them, providing the Wild with elite goaltending as a duo, as a tandem, and certainly helping them offset the loss of their superstar Kirill Kaprizov. And at number 1, the stud factor.
Yes.
You know, the studly quarterback type that we have is Jake Ottinger in Dallas. Come on. Everything's bigger out there in Texas, so they say, in the Lone Star State. He's been amazing for them.
No Friday Night Lights there. Jake Ottinger at number 1. All right, and by the way, the reason we're doing Western Conference, Eastern Conference, a little more straightforward.
Yeah.
Obviously, you know who the guys are going forward, so I feel like there's more conversation there. All right, Doobie, you're going to go 10 through 6 and then 5 through 1. Wipe the slate.
Yeah,
what do you got, Doobie?
I'm pretty happy. We were pretty close here. Yeah, same thing.
Right.
Markstrom, I've backed him the entire year. I still think he's going to have a huge bounce back, whatever that is. The skill, everything that you need is there. But he just hasn't been able to piece it together. You know, Jones, Grubauer, same type of thing. We're kind of following the same path. I feel bad about the Georgiev one here.
Yeah, Weeks got him at 3rd.
So this is whoa. You got him at
the list. Now listen, hear me out. When I was making the list, I'm thinking of playoffs, and to me, I was looking at Colorado as a team, thinking if Georgiev goes down with Francouz out,
then what?
That's what I was looking at.
Right,
So as you're breaking this down. Absolutely, I don't feel like Georgiev should be at number 8.
Right.
It was a Colorado situation.
Sure. How critical is their team?
If he were to be out, Skinner and Campbell.
Weeksy had him at 8. You got him at 7.
Yeah.
Same.
Saros also at 6.
Yeah. Saros, again, I mean, I would put him higher if they weren't out of the playoffs. I think, because,
that's understandable.
Because Saros is phenomenal, and actually Kevin Lankinen's
he's real nice.
Very, very.
I liked him in Chicago last year. He's been really nice.
If they were higher up in the playoffs, I would have him higher up. I believe.
Big moment of truth. Top 5 now.
Top 5. I love the trade that LA made. I think Korpisalo is great. He's got some playoff experience. I think he's set the record for the most saves in a game, I believe, in Columbus. And Copley's been fantastic for them all year. So I like the duo. I think you're probably going to see both of them in the playoffs in certain situations. But I like the Korpisalo pickup. I think you didn't want to leave everything on Copley. I think this is good. It doesn't mean Copley doesn't have to play, but Korpisalo is a great addition as well. And number 4, Connor Hellebuck. I mean, this guy's he's a Vezina winner. He's a Vezina candidate just about every year. He plays what seems like 82 games a season.
High volume guy.
True.
I mean, it'd be tough to figure out who his backup was. Go back a few years because you just think he plays every game. But this guy gives them an opportunity to win every single night and has the capability of stealing games in the playoffs. So Winnipeg's in a great spot as long as they can hang on to that last spot.
True. All right, top 3.
Number 3, Vegas. I think that Jonathan Quick's got some magic left in him.
Yeah.
You do.
I think that this was a phenomenal pickup by Vegas. And nothing against Thompson. Thompson's obviously had an incredible season, and good for him to, everybody was not questioning him, but they weren't sure how he was going to follow up last year. He was kind of playing with house money the season before. He's been amazing, but you got a proven Stanley Cup winner in Jonathan Quick. And he's looked great there. And like I said, I think Jonathan Quick's got some magic left in him, especially with how Vegas is playing right now. Number 2, we were
wow.
We were a little, yeah.
Right.
I love Jake Onger. I've been pumping Jake's tires since the summer. This guy is absolutely unbelievable. I think the playoff series in Calgary last year was no fluke at all, and he's shown that from game 1 this year. This guy is one of the best goalies in the league, and he has everything that you could ever want. And this Dallas Stars team is going to be scary with him in the net. Last year they almost won a playoff series with him when they had no business being in.
Yeah.
This year they got all the business being there, plus they have him, so they're going to be dangerous.
That means deductive reasoning here. Fleury and Gustafson.
Who do we have at 1?
You have two number 1 goaltenders here that are playing lights out. This is a team. You have 2 guys that could be. You could pick one of them. They'd be top 5. But you got 2 of them. So this is, like we mentioned before, this is not a controversy. This is an asset for the Minnesota Wild, having 2 goalies, 2 fantastic goalies that are playing lights out. That the team obviously is comfortable with either of those guys back there. They play just as well with either of those guys back there. Playoffs are a long, hard road to get to the Stanley Cup, and Minnesota's got 2 guys that are capable of doing it.
All right, I see. I like it.
Pretty close.
Pretty comparable.
Yeah.
I like it, Doobie.
I didn't know where that was going to go. Like I said, I felt bad with the Georgiev one.
That was the big.
As soon as he showed up, I was like,
Georgiev at 8.
But purely injury-wise, if he goes down.
For sure. Right. I love the context you provide around that. That makes a lot of sense.
All right, well done, boys. Between the Pipes with Kevin and Devin.